Oh, I'm live. Oops. Huh. Am I live? Oh, I'm live. Oops. Oh, well. Oh, look. What? We already have 2 people in the chat. What? How did that happen? Oh, well. 852, 844, 852? What? I just clicked stream. I'm so confused. Oh, well, I'm not complaining. Hello, people. We have 4 concurrent viewers at the moment. I wonder if the people who are in the chat are still in the chat. If you are still here, say something. Talker Hey says good morning, even though it's where I live, it's 8:56 at night. But okay. Yes, various of those faces. I forgot what you called those faces, but they're pretty annoying. Let's see. Let's move this down a little bit. Oh my! I just elbowed my Diet Pepsi. Cameron42 says, hey there. You know what? I just remembered that I never replied to your email. I am sorry. I just remembered that. I saw your email when I was scrolling through my emails and I never clicked on your email. Or did I? Did I respond? I don't even remember. My memory's all over the place today. I'm running on like less than 3.5 hours of sleep. So, yeah. So, PVZ68 man says, I'm getting a Note FE. Awesome. The Note FE is a fantastic phone. I just got a Note 4 today. I got this from work, and it had a bad battery in it. That was the only thing wrong with it. And I have a ton of spare Note 4 batteries. So I just put the battery in my external Note 4 battery charger, which is right there plugged in with that blue cable. And I just popped one of my batteries in here, and now it's working perfectly. So yeah, and I'm also, this is AT&T, so I sent an unlock request to hopefully get this thing unlocked, and hopefully that goes through, and then this will be unlocked and I can sell it. So that way I can sell this, because I have a woman who's very upset with me because, okay, here's something where I screwed up on recently. So as you guys know, I've done a couple videos on sharks. And there was one shark, I forgot what version it was, but either way, I had 2 of the exact same vacuum at the same time. I had 2 of the same vacuum at the same time. Same exact model, like identical. One of them I refurbished. One of them I completely stripped down, not to the motor, but I cleaned it out very thoroughly, made sure it was all smelling nice and all in good condition, ready to go. The other one I hadn't gotten to working on yet. So I went to sell I found a Note 7 on eBay and it was a scam. If you're talking about the guy from Poland who was selling a gold one marked as an FE, then I know exactly what you're talking about. But yeah, so like I didn't believe that. So I've gotten scammed plenty of times on Note 7s. I've literally paid people money for Note 7s and given people like trades and stuff for Note 7s. And they just don't, and literally I had one guy who he tried to somehow justify the fact that I gave him like $2,000 worth of stuff. And he would just like, yeah, but I haven't made the actual $2,000 yet. So, because of that, then it's not really fair to say that even though I agreed, even though I had text messages of proof that this person agreed to give me their Note 7 as a part of the trade. They're just like, nah, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm like, okay, well, you already agreed, so you have to do it. And he's like, nah, fuck you. That was basically his nice way of saying that. Because I was supposed to have a Verizon Blue Coral Gen 2 Note 7. And yeah, so the person got like, you know, almost 2 grand worth of stuff because I gave him two broken Note 7s, which he was able to send back to Samsung for the full amount, $950 a piece. That's almost that's $1,800 right there that he made off of me, and for no reason. He didn't give me his Note 7. He just decided that, and then finally, whenever he was basically just like, oh yeah, I wanted to. He's like, well, let's wait until I send these back. And then, of course, whenever I message him, like, have you sent them back yet? He's like, yeah, and I sent back the other phone too. And I'm like, my phone? And he's like, oh, no, no, no. And he's like, well, yeah, I sent it back. And I'm like, do you not understand I'm trying to keep this advertiser friendly, but do you understand the scam here? I hate the human race so much sometimes. And that happened on multiple occasions where so I'm very wary about buying Note 7s. Although the few that I have gotten, I've been able to return, and so I've basically was able to make that money back, and I'm still waiting on 2 refund checks, which were supposed to arrive earlier this month, and I still haven't received it yet, which is a pain because I really need that money. So, but yeah, and I did get a really good deal on my black Note 7. So on my blue one, I paid essentially like $200 for after, because I came with a bunch of extra stuff that I was able to flip and sell. Well, I sold the Gear 360. I still have the Gear VR, and the black Note 7 I paid. I gave the girl a refurbished S7, one that I repaired with a new battery, and in exchange with that and $150, I gave her, and then she gave me her Note 7. So, and that's the black Note 7, the one that is this one. So, let's see. Let's see. Someone asked, "Is my refrigerator running?" That's a stupid question. Let's see. Yes, it was the guy from Poland. Yeah. If your phone is pwned, you will need Snowbreeze for your iPhone 3G. What? No, I don't have the 3GS anymore. Hey, Intelitech. Hi. An iPhone 4G has AT&T that's fasts your phone. What? Do you do requests? It depends on the request. Do you prefer iPhone 8 or iPhone XLS? I'm assuming you meant to say iPhone 10. Do I prefer iPhone 8 or iPhone 10? I prefer iPhone 8 Plus over iPhone 10. I always prefer the bigger phones. So if I had to choose between the 8 Plus and the 10, I'd go for the 8 Plus. Because I like the bigger phone and the bigger screen. Yes, the 10 technically has a bigger screen, but it's stretched in a different way, so it's not exactly a bigger screen. So I still want a 10. I do really want an iPhone 10. I really want a 10R, because I don't really think there's much of a reason to buy a 10 nowadays when the 10R exists, unless you get a really good deal on it. Let's see. An iPhone. Yeah. Let's see. When I was paying for it, he asked me for my WhatsApp number. Oh, you tried to buy the Note 7? Oh, you didn't actually get scammed, did you? I really hope you didn't, because that was like $700. I was just watching your Phantom video. That motor did sound weird. I think it could be your carbon brushes. Yeah, sounds like it. So something happened in between the time of it sitting in my closet and me turning it on again, to the point where it used to sound fine. I mean, the earlier videos, whenever I initially got the Fury, sure, it didn't sound great, but it didn't sound bad either. Like this one, it sounds bad. It's not as bad as like a clean view, but it sounds bad. So, and it's actually behind me because I haven't put any of these vacuums up. I just jammed them in my room and left for work, and then I came back and they're all back behind me, and it makes a good backdrop. So, let's see. Let's see. I got my money back. Well, that's good. Let's see. How did you become a furry? Well, that's. I'm trying to remember. I had a friend from high school who was into the fandom, and so I just, at the time, I was just trying to find more friends. So she introduced me to. At the time, it was Furry Amino, which is a horrible app. It's just very poorly managed. But you know, at the time it was fine. And yeah, and then I just, you know, I one day, mostly after Chester Bennington died, I kind of vented by sketching out my persona essentially, and I was just like, eh. And you know, so I just sketched that out one day, and I was like, oh, this actually looks okay, I guess. And the original, see, that's the original sketch right there. You can't see it, but that's the original sketch that I did on my Note 5 in January of 2017. You can't see it over there, but you see, oh, come on. That one in the very corner, the one that I'm showing, you can see that's the sketch that I did. Now I'm not an artist. I'm not a drawing artist by any stretch of the imagination. So it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I'm still proud of it. You know, considering just a random sketch that it took one afternoon. And that's when I, you know, just kind of created him and everything. And yeah, and then from there I just started to make more friends, and you know, I just kind of, you know, it's just nice. You should start running your vacuums in your live stream. Yeah. I mean, I've done it a few times before. Craig says, I love the vacuum cleaners in the back. PV68 man says, get the guy from Poland banned from eBay. I feel bad because I'm Polish too, so it's kind of like, yeah, you don't make me look good. Plasma29 says, hi, my name is Daniel. Hello, Daniel. Welcome to the stream. Young Flimmy says, can anyone see my comments? Yes, we can see all of your comments, unfortunately. Craig LeBrake says, I wonder if we will see tank vacuum cleaners make a comeback in the decade. Or you mean stuff like Rainbow? Or you mean like the old school, not Electroluxes, but similar types of machines like that? Or are you like referring to Rainbow? My channel is Plasma29. Well, considering your channel says Plasma29, that makes sense. So, yeah. Let's see. Jorge Vega, did I pronounce that right? Says that's cool. Lodoberta says you should, yes. Greg says the old school similar types. Yes. The vacuums in the vacuum is the E-sac. What did I just do? Okay, I just clicked on a random live stream. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Mark Normand, he's funny. I'm getting a gold T-Mobile Note 5 from eBay. Oh, like this, but T-Mobile. That is awesome. Have you ever looked at the Bissell Power Force with the orange color on it? Yeah, I think Richard Billet has one. Billet, Below, however you pronounce his name. He has an orange one, or was it red one? Actually, I think it was red. I know someone had an orange one. The orange ones aren't very common. If you're trying to find a colored one, the red and the blue are the more common ones, and they're still not all that common because the black is pretty much all you'll find. Craig says your art is fab. Well, thank you. 23 gotta make movies. What? Not sure what that's referencing, if anything. It's Red Blood. Ah, nice. This is Gold Blood. So shiny. Oh, that just blinded me for a second. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see. I have a Hoover Wind Tunnel V2 made in 2003. It is very old. It is very odd. It has a very odd brush roll design. Introducing iVacuum from Apple. What about the orange on your back porch? What? There's no orange on my back porch. Carpet's green. Caden says hi. Hello, Caden. Surprised, we have a large number of viewers. I didn't expect that. I just realized I still have my AirPods in. I just did this whole stream. I didn't even realize I had my AirPods in. I was like, why does the audio sound weird? Yeah, it's because my ears are plugged with headphones. Or with earbuds. Oh, well. My throat's all scratchy. Where's my water bottle? Oh, it's up there. I need to drink more water. iVacuum equals Dyson. I met the vacuum. Craig says hello, everyone. Yes, it's very true. So I gotta get some hot. Oh, did you hear my leg pop? Oh my god. Oh, I felt that, or that was like my thigh popping. Ugh. Let's see. God, imagine Apple making a toaster. Yeah, yeah, I don't really have a joke. I don't really have a good joke for that. Buster1849, did you order the eye vacuum? Boppo says, Konbanwa min Japanese. My 8990 needs a brush roll. My 8990 needs to exist. Caleb, if you ever decide to get rid of an 8990, let me know, because I really want an 8990. That's the clean view that I want. If I got an 8990 that, the original black one with the blue accents, like the blue filter design, all the blue pieces, that is a machine that I would gladly drop the price of a new motor on and refurbish that thing, make it run like new. Because my 8975 is just in very, very poor condition. I regret getting rid of the one that I had, because the one that I had was in fine condition. The motor was just shot. This one, the motor shot. This clean view, that clean view, is shot, and also it's like really in poor condition in terms of like cleaning it out is just a pain, because there was just so much dog hair wrapped around everything. It was just very, very frustrating. Let's see. I think every vacuum cleaner has pros and cons. Yes, that's very, very true. So let's see, mine pop all the time. I'm assuming you're referring to your thighs. Um, have you had one of the DC-40s and up? They're all horrible. See, I came this close to buying a Dyson light ball that was brand new, open box on eBay for $100, and I skipped out on it. And I really shouldn't have, because even though it's not the best machine, like, that's a really, really good deal. And I very easily could, within how good condition it's in, buy it, do 2 or 3 videos on it, and then sell it back off again, even if I didn't want to keep it. So, yeah, it's just one of those things where I do, even though I have strong opinions against the newer Dysons, I still want to use them. I still want to try one. Walmart, my local Walmart still has the Dyson light bulb for like 230, and that's too much, unfortunately, um, for it. Let's see. Yeah, I could enjoy iBread every morning. I was allowed knee pop. Yeah, it was. The Wii, iPhone, vacuum, wine shift, and whiskey cakes. What? I can. Ugh. I'm really bad at like trying to decipher like misspelled words and try to guess what they actually meant, unless it's like basic grammar stuff. Remember when I hoped school was canceled yesterday? Well, my wish came true. Oh, hey, there you go. Yeah, it's no, it kind of flurried a little bit here. Not much though. It was really icy a couple days ago, and it was really crappy. And then like a week before that, it was like 70 degrees. It's so weird. Of course, that's Fahrenheit. It's so weird here. It was weird because I have a friend who's in Canberra, Australia, and it was weird how there was like a point when like our both of the places that we lived were the same temperature. And we're like opposite sides of the equator, I think, because Australia is like lower. Well, they call the land down under, so obviously you got it's further down. I love Australia so much. I love the people. I just love. Anyways, uh, the what was my point? Oh yeah, so like the weather's been like just all over the place recently. But yeah, so Intelitech, I don't think you want to keep the 1739. I forgot what the 1739 was. Is that the Bad Power Force? The new one? I think that's the new one. No, I do want to keep it. I still have it. I just haven't bothered to clean it out yet. But obviously, I'm not in a rush to get rid of it. Um, but yeah. Caden says I'm not happy. And Craig says, hello, welcome again. Vacuum Dude 04 says, smiley winky face. Pierce says, Kate wins the Red 2-6. Craig says, oh no, why are you not happy? He says, I am. It has arrived. Why do you keep, oh, here's a good question. Why do you keep your Note 9 on Oreo? Well, this is the same question of why do I keep my Note 5 on 5.1.1? Why do I keep my, well, my keep a Note 7 on 6.0.1 is fairly obvious. Why I keep my S8 Plus on Android 7.0, etc., etc. Why do I keep my iPhone 6 Plus on iOS 10? It's all the same thing. I don't like updating my phones. I think it's a hassle. I think there's not really any good reason for it, at least for my personal use. And you can always upgrade your software, but if your update bricks something and breaks something, you're screwed. You just have to factory reset your phone and just hope that that fixed the issue. And with Apple and Samsung both being accused of slowing down their phones, Apple getting slapped to the lawsuit. Actually, they both got slapped to the lawsuit because of it. Apple's actually went through because they did it to more phones. Um, it just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. And it's so annoying whenever I buy a phone for a feature and then a software update comes out where they're like, "Ooh, hey, we added this new feature," and I'm like, well, I don't really use that, but I guess it doesn't hurt that it's there. And they're like, oh, by the way, the feature that you did use, yeah, now it's gone. And I'm like, how is that legal? You advertised a feature to me and then you just take it away with a software update? I mean, of course, like everyone knows the Note 7, they did that where they said, hey, we advertised great battery life on this phone, and now we're just going to completely shut it down and just brick it with the software. And somehow that was legal. And because Samsung got away with that on the Note 7, it set the precedent for everything else. Because once you say we are legally allowed to brick your device that you paid $1,000 for, then anything else is fair game. And that's the thing that aggravated me the most about this whole situation. Even the 60% update, I still didn't like, but at least that I could kind of understand it. Like, hey, it's a one-off thing. We're just restricting it a little bit to keep it from charging too much, which is bullshit. That's not actually how it works. And I just got demonetized. My Phantom Fury video got demonetized. A video about me talking about a vacuum cleaner got demonetized. Presumably because I said the word ass once in the entire video, and that got me demonetized, and that is so frustrating. Anyways, but yeah, so that's why I don't update my phones, because to me it's just too much extra hassle. I like to keep my phones on the original firmware from when they first came out, like just archive it, and I can't do that if I update it, because a lot of times, especially on iPhones, it's very difficult to roll back updates. And yeah, so I just don't bother with it. Let's see. And I specifically got out of my way to block it too. On iPhones, the beta profile thing I haven't figured out yet, so I just ignore all the update notifications. And thankfully, nothing's been forced down yet. And then in the case of all my Android phones, I install an app called the Alliance Shield X that blocks the updates. Just blocks them out entirely. Just completely disables the service. So, let's see. FedEx truck came today. Dyson has vacuums that operates cleaning rugs, walls, windows, screens, and grass. And Teletech, I like the 8990 Clean View. Yes, I do too. I give Dyson this. They're better than Sharks when it comes to build quality. That's very true. Craig says the weather has gone cray-cray. Cameron says, yeah, the weather's nuts. There's an ice storm in Maine right now. Oh, God, that sucks. I love your vacuum videos. They are awesome. Thank you. Yes, it is. 1739 is the new bag power force. Yes, that's true. Hey, what is a good price to sell a 16 gigabyte iPhone 4S? I'd say if it's in perfect condition, brand new condition, you might be able to get away with $50. But if it's in rundown condition, then 30. So, and that's if you're actually wanting to sell. Obviously, if it's iCloud locked or it's in really poor condition, then you're looking at like $10. They're not worth a whole lot anymore. I mean, it's a 4S. What a shock. We're on almost the 12 now. If not, throw the 8975 in the dumpster. I'm not doing that. How can you find a Note 9 running Lollipop or a Note 5 running Lollipop? You just have to find one that was never updated. Now, if you know Samsung's user interface, then if you see a phone, then you can tell by the UI and the icons and stuff like that what software it's running. So in that case, I was able to tell for both of my Note 5s that are on 5.1.1 that there were such a thing, because the app's icon looks different, the icons look different, the Google widget looks different. The weather, like just the lock screen looks completely different. It's just those little things that you have to kind of touch up on if you're trying to actually find one in the wild. You just like in the case, I bought them both on eBay, so I just had to just find ones with pictures of the actual device and message them and say, "Hey, did you update this? Am I gonna get exactly what I see in the picture?" And I've had it happen before where I buy it and they update it before they ship it out, and I'm like, I bought this because of it being on the old firmware, and they're like, oh, they don't want to do a return, and I'm like, well, you false advertising. It's like you should have said that the phone be updated before it's uh, before it's before it's shipped. And that's why I now say, I preface it by saying, hey, I noticed this is on running an older firmware. Is it still running that firmware? Because if so, I will buy it, and that's the only reason I'm buying it. If I'm honest about that, then usually people will try to help. Because it is kind of a weird request, but it's perfectly reasonable. That's why you try to find one. Let's see. I tried the newest Shark Power Mop today, and I plugged it in, and it sparked, and it was on, and then black stuff came out of it. Oh, that's not good. You play GTA 4, and you are bad at shooting police, and I come arrest you and lose money on game. Here's a hint: the game first you press A and X, then eliminate the police. Yeah, there is a cheat code to get rid of the police. At least on console. I don't know about PC. I don't think there's any of the cheats on PC. At least not that I've found yet. Shark has become dominant. That's unfortunate. The issue I have updating my phone is mine requires Wi-Fi. I have the iPhone 7. That's interesting. You don't have Wi-Fi? The 1739 is Chinese junk. Yeah, that's about right. Brick Build Note 7. Not sure what that means. Shark has become a Apple of vacuum cleaners. Nope, that's Dyson. Shark has become the... what has Shark become? Shark has become the... What's a phone? Shark has become the No, not LG. Pixel? No, not Pixel. Whatever, you get the point. I don't like them. Please keep it. Keep what? Have you tried out the Xbox 360 HD DVD player yet? Yes. That's one of the first videos I ever did on the channel, and I still have it sitting in the box. I never did the review on it. I also never did the review. The first video I did it's called a triple unboxing from Amazon, and I got like an HDMI upscaler, which I still have. I got a couple Ethernet switches, of which I still have. Now they're all things that are kind of not all that interesting to review, especially the Ethernet switches, but I just kind of promised to review them, so I'm kind of thinking I'll wait 6 months from now and do it like a 5-year update, since that was 2015. So yeah, 5 years. I've been on YouTube for almost 5 years. That's crazy. But yeah, the 360 HDDV player does still work. I don't keep it hooked up, but it does still work. Keep. Huh? I wish you could make a Note FE look like a Note 7 and make the software look like a Note 7. Yeah. See, that you can install a Note FE ROM on a Note 7, but I've been told that you can't install a Note 7 ROM on a Note FE, which is weird. I don't understand how that works. Obviously, if you're trying to flash like a Verizon Note 7 ROM, then yeah, that'd be stupid because it's all international. But I don't know. I still haven't seen like a reason as to why that wouldn't work. But I see a lot of people flashing notes. I know one person flashed a Note 10 or S10 ROM on their Note 7 and gave their Note 7 One UI, which of course the Note FE now has One UI as well. Not One UI 2, but One UI 1. So it doesn't really look all that out of place, although at the time it did. But I don't like One UI anyways. So even if I had the option to update my Note 7, obviously I wouldn't. So it's kind of doesn't really affect me in that sense. Let's see. I have a Hoover Rewind. Got it brand new for $50 because it was on sale. There's actually a new Hoover Rewind. Braden D says hello. Oh God. What did I just miss? I can do the basic maintenance on a vacuum cleaner. Craig says, hi. Racer guy says, bye bye. Plasma says, my favorite vacuum cleaner brand is Bissell. I grew up with Bissell. What brand did you grow up with? I grew up with Bissell. Bissell and Dyson. Those are the two brands that I grew up with, was Bissell and Dyson. Plasma, I don't have Wi-Fi. Pierce Fox says, Bissell, Eureka, Hoover, and Kirby is what I grew up with. Wow, that's a lot. I grew up with Hoover and Eureka, according to Craig. Caden says, I think the 8990 clean views are better. That's very true. Pierce's vlog said, I mainly grew up with Bissell, though. Yes. Braden says, sorry that I'm not really active on live streams as much as I used to be. I've been very busy in recent times, but I'm trying to change that. Hey, dude, don't worry. I understand that you got life stuff that gets in the way. Nothing wrong with that. The only reason people buy Shark is because they hear it's better than every other brand on some random infomercial and they believe anything nowadays. Well, that's consumerism. So many people will just buy into stuff without actually doing prior research, and you get what you pay for. Why is my throat so scratchy? And I just dropped the cap for my water. My throat burns really bad. Let's see. I have a Who Really Rewind and Stop Telling Felix to sell 1739. My first iPhone was an iPhone 3GS and it did not require Wi-Fi. My second one was a 5S and it required Wi-Fi. It's ironic because my 3GS wouldn't set up without Wi-Fi. Sorry, Caden, but that machine is really Chinese junk. Caden, please keep. All right, I keep. Yes, it's cheap, but hey, it's better than a Dirt Devil, Power Max, or Eureka Airspeed. I'm also getting another CleanView 8975. Craig says, I would try a newer Eureka, except I heard they have crashed in quality. Well, you've heard correctly. I'm at the point where I've never seen anyone with a newer Eureka other than like, what kind of pizza?
Tombstone.
Yeah, but like, what flavor?
It's like Super Supreme or whatever it is. It's
Cool.
the same pizza I usually make.
Well, I didn't remember what pizza you usually make. That's why I asked. I mean, I want the pizza either way. I was just curious what flavor, what kind it was.
Oh yeah, dress it, pizza.
Yay, pizza's good.
Make some pizza.
Make some pizza.
Right.
Let's see. I mean, you're gonna get for a cheap Chinese $50 Walmart vacuum nowadays. Yeah, exactly. 3522-6. I like my rotator. It only lasted 3 years, and I took great care of it. And one day it randomly caught on fire. Okay, that's random. I know my Power Force caught on fire, although the motor was locked up, and I was like in the middle of smashing it. So yeah. Eureka honestly hasn't been that great since the mid-aughts. Yeah, that's true. Little Caesar's pizza, $4. Craig says red. What kind of pizza is your dad making? I think like a I know it's a Tombstone pizza. Well, your Power Force is old and abused. Yeah, it was. I don't know anything about vacuums, so I don't know anything that you're talking about. Hey, you can learn. There's nothing wrong with that. And it's just like, and yeah, sorry to the people who don't like to vacuum stuff, but it's just like all the friends who talk in the chat are the vacuum friends, so you kind of got to balance it out. If you want, you kind of got to, you got all the vacuum people, you got to kind of push back with some other topics to balance it out. Otherwise, it's just going to be nothing but these things, because that's just what people are talking about. So yeah, so Jorge says, but Brain, the Dirt Devil Power Max is also Chinese junk too. No one will ever get one because of its bad performance. Oh, plenty of people have bought one, and it's awful. There's the 3522-5. Yes, that is this. This is the 3522-5. This is obviously the Fury. This is the 8975, and this is the 3576-1. Yes, that's correct. And Telltale, that's your dad to keep. Please get rid of. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I don't care for Tombstones though. Too thin and they taste like cardboard. My favorite frozen pizza is DiGiorno and Red Baron. I'm not really picky. I don't really pay attention to that. My favorite. Now, granted, I try not to eat out pizza. Plus, it's honestly just so much more expensive. But if I do, I get Domino's because Domino's has really stepped up their game recently. Like they used to kind of have like the stereotype of being like the worst out of like all the takeout pizza places, but they stepped it up. They did a full 180, and they have easily the best pizza now. My dad's kind of upset with them because there was one time that he got a pizza like a couple weeks ago and it was really badly burned and nasty, which is weird because like I've never had that happen to me. And it's kind of funny because he was like, "Oh, I'm never gonna get Domino's again." I'm like, "Really? Why?" Because statistically speaking, the likeliness of this happening again is so low that you honestly could eat Domino's for the rest of your life and probably never have this happen again. Because like that's how because it was just so bad that like there's no way that would happen again, and it hasn't. So you know, but yeah, so Bang Vac and what are you talking about? My favorite pizza is Pizza Hut. I hate it. I don't hate Pizza Hut. I just grew I just prefer Domino's so much that it's just not really a comparison anymore. Is Olive Garden's pizza good? I didn't even know Olive Garden had pizza. In all honesty, I haven't been to Olive Garden in so long. I love Olive Garden though, but I haven't been there in so long. Will you keep your Note 7? I will. I will keep both of my Note 7s for this foreseeable future. My blue coral one I will keep forever. I will never get rid of that, unless it like all of a sudden is worth $20,000, and yeah, sure, I'll sell it to the right person. But yeah, Dirt Devils are worse than the 1739. At least the 1739 is bagged and has better filtration than the bagless Helix. That's very true. Has anyone had Cece's Pizza? I probably have at some point. I used to really like Pizza Street, like that pizza buffet place. I wonder whatever happened to them. I don't know if they're still around. Okay, Pierce, you're getting muted because you keep asking the same question over and over again, even though I keep answering the question. So, let's see. There's a good place near me called Angelo's, and it's subjectively the best around. See, we have a place called Monocles, and Monocles is fantastic. And there's a couple other good local pizza places too, but Monocles is one that really stuck out to me. I really like Monocles, and so that's like a local place that I really like. I love Fazoli's more than Olive Garden. All the times that I've been to Olive Garden in Champaign, the service or food has been bad. Huh. Domino's pepperoni pizza is too greasy in my opinion. It makes me sick to my stomach. That's why I never get pepperoni because it's just way too greasy. I usually get see my favorite topping combination right now is well, at least if I have to pick three of like different types are obviously like a normal pizza with like they have like Alfredo type sauce. I forgot what it's called. I'm also like a Domino's rewards member, so I get all that stuff because I've ordered from a bunch of different Domino's locations across multiple states and stuff, and I just have like a bunch of sort of XP wrapped up. So it's still expensive though for Domino's. But either way, I like to get my three favorite toppings. First off, I try to load it with as many toppings as possible, but that of course adds the price. But I like sausage, pineapples, and olives, black olives. And that's kind of a new thing. And a lot of people like they hear that and they just instantly want to punch me in the face. And I get it. I get it. It's a weird set of toppings, but I just like it. It just is what it is. I really like it. I don't know why. Like it's just the combination of like it the sweet and the salty and then the olives as well. Like I don't know how to describe it. It's just I just really like it. And it's not as greasy. It's just I just like it. My favorite out pizza is Domino's as well. My favorite toppings on pizza are pepperoni. And then this other person said, I love pizza with sauce, with no cheese, and with boot shoes. What? Okay, I'm falling behind in the chat. But yeah, I've never been to Fazoli's, and there used to. I don't know if it's still around 54th Street. I went there years ago. I don't know if those are still around. I know Applebee's is still around partially. Haven't been there in a long time. I've never been to Chili's, which I've heard is really good. I've never been to Chili's. I've never been to Fazoli's. I've never been to can't think of what else. What other places I haven't been to? Probably because I haven't been to them. I don't like pineapple. My sister does. Hmm. My favorite is sausage and bacon. I do like bacon, but I think, yeah, that's true. Some pizza joints died. Did he really? He was a good man, but boy, did he have a temper. Who did? Oh, Angry Grandpa destroyed plates in CC's back in 2012, I believe. Little Caesars Smokehouse Pizza. Huh. Everyone likes to order some curb. What the hell are you talking about, dude? Have you ever thought about doing reaction videos? I have thought about it. I've done some like back whenever my friend Ghost was still living close enough to me where we could actually do like videos during the whole Ghost versus Josh thing. We did some reaction videos. I don't know if I ever uploaded those. I'm pretty sure I did. But there are some old reaction videos, and it's just not. I don't like doing reaction videos. Like on stream is one thing, but actually making a video where you're just reacting to something is just ridiculous in my opinion. But again, it's like there are some people who do it really well. There's some people that I do like their reaction videos. Like I love Dwayne and Jazz. They're pretty much the only reaction videos off the top of my head that I really like. Do you remember Talking Tom? I never heard of Talking Tom. Anyone have and or love Arby's? Both. I have an Arby's and I love Arby's. Arby's is fantastic. Craig says I love Arby's. Braden. Let's see. Let's see. But yeah, I just ironically consider it. Chili's is the bomb diggity. I love when people talk like that. Um, let's see. I would eat Arby's every day if I could. I would not. Just think about it makes my stomach hurt. That garbage roast beef, like it's delicious, but it's not very good. If that makes sense. See, the one thing that I could eat every day, possibly, or I should say, there's nothing I can eat every day, but the thing that I could eat the most days in a row without getting sick is probably Chinese food. Because I love Chinese food. I love crab salad. Crab salad is fantastic. So if there was one meal that like I could eat for an extended period of time, it would be crab salad because I love 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 crab salad. So watching your grandpa videos everywhere else. I love Angry Grandpa. My most notable videos were the ones the Psycho Dad uh, uh, collab they did, and also the when Grandpa smashed that Galaxy S7 Edge and it just caught on fire. That was really funny. To be honest, I could go for some curly fries. I could always go for curly fries. I love waffle fries. The roast beef sandwiches with Arby's sauce is really good if not eaten daily. Or I'd really, what? Australia is a wild country and North Korea is a dangerous country because there's a dictatorship there. That that's true, but I'm not sure how that relates to Chinese food. um, Australia is a wild country. One of my friends lives in Australia, uh, and it's every single day I hear about something, I just want to fly over there and give them a hug. But seriously, plane tickets for us to go to Australia are like $1,700, and I can barely afford to fill up my gas tank. And that makes me sad. I've always wanted to go to Australia. Same thing with the UK, but it is what it is. Not right now. Chinese food is my favorite. Yes, everyone. Okay, so everyone here loves Chinese food. Craig, Chinese food is fab. Chinese is the diggity. Who eats Mexican food? Of course. The jumbo buffet we had amazing lo mein, but the QQs that we have now is lo mein that tastes like dishwater. That's funny. Ooh, chipsies. Yeah, sure. Thank you. See, I went to that jumbo buffet like right before we moved here, and I got really bad food poisoning. It was really bad. The jumbo buffet. I'm so glad that place is closed down now. It was garbage. QQ is fantastic. Although the best Chinese place that I ever went to was a place back whenever I was living in Missouri, in Blue Springs, Missouri. It was literally just called like Chinatown Cafe or something silly like that in Blue Springs, Missouri. But it was the best Chinese place I've ever gone to. And it even had like a bunch of other stuff too. Like they had like tacos and crap like that, which you would think that would make the Chinese food taste worse because they're pushing off resources, but no. Like yeah, it wasn't as good, but it didn't hurt having it there because the actual Chinese food was still fantastic. So, see, that's the other thing. I have no problem with them like having other things there as an option, just as long as it doesn't take away from the Chinese food. Let's see. You will get yourself killed if you go to Australia. Yeah, well, I mean, I have plenty of friends who live in Australia, and they're still living. So, I mean, yeah, just don't get stung by scorpions or everything that wants to kill you, and just hug some koalas and some Aussies, and just enjoy their perfect accents. Let's see. Craig says, "Oh, I have a mild form of autism. I had that issue when I was a kid. Yeah, I do too. Uh, Autism sucks. It's really frustrating, but it is what it is. Let's see. The screen burns your eyes. What are you talking about? Chinese isn't superb. Okay, Cameron's lost all my respect. No, I'm just kidding. Buster says, I was supposed to get Chinese food last year, but my uncle's girlfriend made us eat at some French place. Crap service, crap food, negative 11 out of 10. Do you have any pets? No. Um, no pets. No pets. Pets are allowed. Pets are fine. Let's see. Yeah, high fun. Yeah, Asperger's. It seems like we all have Asperger's, I think, which I've noticed that it's like every person who I know who collects vacuums seems to have some form of Asperger's. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It's just something that I've noticed. Which it kind of makes sense because there's like something I hear about where it relates to like how your brain interprets things and your organizational skills, and there's a bunch of like fancy hickory sciency terms I don't know of that describe it better than the way I'm trying to explain it, but it's definitely interesting nonetheless. And why is my throat still so scratchy? My throat hurts, but I have potato chips. I have Asperger's and I collect Samsung phones. So do I. There's a cold going around. Coronavirus? Or like a normal cold? Yes, these are indeed chips. Yeah, the only real issue I have is my sensory issues. Coordination issues. I can't ride a bike. Yeah. Here's an embarrassing thing. Or at least to me it's embarrassing. I didn't know how to ride a bike until I was 16? 15? Or 14? I think 15. I learned how to ride a bike. Craig, can I just say that I absolutely adore your like positivity. It is just so contagious and I freaking love it so much. I still can't tie my shoes. Huh. Good thing for slip-ons. Yeah. You can't tie shoes? I'm confused as to how that even works. As far as like how. No, I guess I wouldn't know because I'm not that way. See, it's weird how it's like everything goes full circle. Like you buy shoes without laces, and then you buy shoes with laces, and then eventually you just, when you're an adult, you just stop caring, and you just buy shoes without laces. See, because obviously I tie my shoes, but I I can't tie shoes right, and I'm 18. So is there like a large epidemic of people who are unable to tie shoes? Hmm. I love sandals. I like socks and sandals. Although I don't really wear sandals. I don't own any sandals. But what I do is I literally tie my shoes. See, because my shoes don't even have laces. They have like, I'll just have to show them whenever I'm not eating, but they have like little things. And again, I can tie my shoes just fine. It's more so just out of convenience. Like They weren't a deciding factor for the shoes. They were just like a bonus for me. But it was just like a little knot that you can just pull, and you just pull on the knot, and it tightens the there's like two little points, and it's kind of like gym bags, you know, like gym bags where you have that little like string that like tightens it with that little clamp with like a little knot, and that it's like a plastic knot and it tightens it. That is how my shoes work essentially, and I'll just show them in a sec. But yeah, very wonderful. See, this is cool. It's kind of like a mukbang, although I don't have a lot of food. I just have like for some reason, a cut up bag of chips. Intelitech, do you play Tekken 3 and Tekken 5 DR? I play Tekken 3. I've never played Tekken. Well, I probably played Tekken 5 in like testing out a system, but I don't personally own it. I do own Tekken 3. Or at least I did. Do I? Pretty sure I do. I haven't played my PS1 in so long. I guarantee you, like, all my games are covered in like a layer of dust. Babo says, I just wear boots, mostly just so I don't care whether or not mud gets on my shoes. Can you show me the game? It's over there. I can't see it, it's out of frame. Oh, Mila's. I've never owned a Mila, but I do want to try one out because they do appear to be very, very high quality machines. I've always wanted a Sibo though. I want a Sibo even more so than I want a Mila. Because I was always really, you know, enjoyed the idea of a Sibo. My brother has an Xbox One S. I also had an Xbox One S, but it got stolen, and I probably should call my officer and see if I'm able to actually get it back now, because it got stolen all the way back in October. By the time I get it back, it's going to be completely against worth the value anyway, because I was just going to sell it. I didn't need it. I paid $160 for it. And the controller later died. So if I can if I can at least make back the money off of it, then yeah. Or maybe I'll just keep it. I don't know. I don't even have it right now. Never got to play Modern Warfare, but it is what it is. I played games with the Banger 12 game console. I never heard of that. Xbox Series X. Sorry to hear about your Xbox One. That sucks. That happens. I mentioned it a couple times, but like I'm not complaining about it. It's just I'm just saying it's like, I used to have an Xbox One S, but this is the reason why I don't. I'm not complaining about it. I mean, I guess I kind of am, but it's like not a big deal. What is better, the Note 7 or the Note FE? Well, obviously the Note FE, because it's just like the 7, but it has, well, FE is better software, 7 is better battery life. Take your pick. But they're the same phone, so like I would say by pretty much every account the FE is better. I mean, me personally, I'd rather have a Note 7, so I don't know if that technically counts as saying they're better. How about more vacuum demos, please? Have you not been paying attention to the videos I've been uploading? There's been nothing but vacuum content. Nothing but vacuum content. I still can't believe it'll be 2 decades that the Red Ring did. Well, the Xbox 360 turns 15 this year. Can you believe that? Are you planning on getting another Note FE? Yes, at some point. I already did the review late last year, so I don't need to actually get one for review purposes until, unless I want to do comparisons, late this year. The Xbox 360 was my favorite console ever. Mine as well. I really enjoyed it. And I still enjoy it. I just bought another 360. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Xbox 360s. I had 6, but I sold one of them. But yeah, so. Ooh. What is that? Is that a fried pickle? Oh, awesome. He keeps giving me food. Sadly, Eureka used to be made in Mexico. Well, it's not sadly they used to be made in Mexico. It's sadly that they're no longer made in Mexico. Because aren't they made in China now? Having a problem with my 360. What's your problem? Running out of chips. This is like so unhealthy. Someone just text me. Oh well, have a nice night. You too, Cameron. You have a fabulous night, and I will probably respond to your email at some point before I fall asleep. Hopefully. But yes, good night, dude. You have a fabulous night. And yeah. Okay, so apparently no one messaged me. It's just notifications from Twitter and stuff. Okay. Bye. Yes. Goodbye, Cameron. Have a fabulous night. Sleep well. And have a good one. Running out of chips. Have you never becoming emo or goth? What? Not sure what that means. Everyone who's left the chat, have a fabulous night. And I hope you all sleep very well. My car came out of the shop Monday. That's good. It's very, very good to hear that your car is fixed. Very happy to hear that. When I turn 18, I will start my own vacuum collection. Why wait? You don't have to be an adult to start a vacuum collection. I don't think. I remember the Bissell Cleanview 8990. Well, he might not have the room, or his parents might not like it for some reason. Yeah. I can't collect vacuums now, really. I'm not allowed. Darn, where has the time gone? I'm not sure where it's gone. It's gone somewhere. This is incredibly unhealthy. Do as I say, not as I do. Do not dip your fingers in French onion dip. It's a bad idea. Very, very bad. I'm only 13. I don't have enough room to put vacuums there. No. Well, that sucks. Good luck with it either way. That's what I'm doing. You mentioned downsizing. That's kind of what I'm doing. I'm trying to just consolidate to only having the ones that I really like. There's this person that has 87 vacuums in their garage. See, that's too many. Because at that point, you can't even really use any of them without, or you can't even use all of them. Realistically. And what's the point of having all the vacuums if you can't use them? At least, like, a majority of them. Now, sure, you can have some machines that are just there to be collectibles, but vacuums are still primarily functional. At least they're supposed to be. So, this is easily the stream where any person who's like a future job interviewer are just going to watch this and just be just disgusted with me. And not want to hire me at all. Oh well. Probably not. Okay, that's enough. I hope my collection can get up to only 6. That's a very solid number to stop at. Is 6. Maybe I can... No? That's not working. Buster says, I'm having a hard time maintaining my collection right now, especially since I just lost $60 today. Oh, did you lose $60 in the shop? Or how'd you lose $60? PVZ68 man says, I love your live streams where you just answer questions. Well, yeah, I mean, I just like talking to people. And, that's one thing that's really nice about just talking is that, it kind of involves questions. How was your day? How is life treating you? What is your favorite shade of purple? How happy are you that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl? Stuff like that. All stuff that, is pretty... Why is this not on me? Nope, that's not what I wanted. I pressed the wrong button. And there are crumbs. I need to vacuum my floor. Dang it, if only I had a vacuum that I could use to clean up my floor. Well, looks like I don't, so I guess I'll just ignore it. Looks like Pierce is going tonight. What Dyson do you like the most? Well, right now I only own the DC-07, so DC-07. I like the 07, I like the 14. I really like the DC-18. That's one that's really hard to find nowadays that I really enjoy is the DC-18. And beyond that, there's not really I like the DC-04. I love all the old Dysons. DC-01, DC-03, DC-04, all the uprights. Even though I never got to use any of those. I can just tell that I would like them because, just based off the design, obviously, and how similar they are to the Phantom equivalents, even though they obviously came first. So, yeah. I was selling chocolate for choir, and the money was due today, and someone stole my money I made selling it, so the $60 came from my wallet. Oh, man, that really sucks. Someone's going to hell. Let's see. Someone traded my a Dyson Kinetic Big Ball for an upright Sebo G2 at the vacuum store today. I really don't want to touch that big ball. They are so difficult to clean the cyclones out. Yeah. Well, you could always, if you don't want to rip it apart, you could always just take an air compressor and just blow it into the thing. It's not going to do it nearly as good as washing it, but considering how much time it takes by comparison, I say it's the much better strategy. There's no air compressor there. Well, you can get one of these for like $10 and you get two of them. There's some basic air duster. There's a modern day central vac I use to vacuum out other vacuums. And I like the stream, by the way. Thank you. Greg says, hey folks. Braden says, I was in the Walmart parking lot getting ready to leave one time and dropped a $10 bill on the ground. Luckily, a good Samaritan saw it, and instead of just taking it, they flagged me down and gave it back. Oh, that's really sweet. Can you still take your Note 7 on a flight if you don't tell them it's a Note 7? No, you cannot. It is still illegal. You are at the risk of a $180,000 fine if they catch you with the Note 7 and you refuse to turn it off. In fact, I think it's just if you have it at all. So don't take your Note 7 on a flight. Just get the Note FE or a Note 8 if you fly. Even if you replace the battery, as far as I know, the ban is still in place because the ban does not concern battery replacements because the phone was completely recalled. Which vacuum is your least favorite? It's an interesting question. Out of all... Oh my god, excuse me. Out of all the ones that I currently own, that's a tough one because I like all of them. I mean, because the Dirt Devil's not really mine, per se. I guess you could say the Clean View just because the motor sounds really bad. Where can you find a Note FE with the logo on the front? Well, there's a lot of FEs with the logo on the front. It just depends on which country it originally came from. If it came from Korea, it's not going to have the logo on the front. If it came from... There's some other countries where it did have the branding on the front. So it's just kind of a crapshoot. It's the same story as if saying getting that version of the Note 7. Meaning from that country. They don't want them exploding mid-flight. I wouldn't either. Well, yeah, exactly. That's obviously why the travel ban's in place. It's the same reason why they recalled all those MacBooks because of the defective batteries that were exploding or overheating and catching on fire. It's the same story as it was with the Note 7. Even my laptop, my HP ZBook G4 mobile workstation, had a recall on it because of the batteries. And I I don't think mine is affected. I believe because mine was part of a school, and that recall happened back in August, and I got the laptop in December. So I think they exchanged it for a new battery. Because I haven't got any warnings on my machine saying that it's defective or anything, and I haven't noticed any problems with the battery. The speakers are messed up really badly, but the battery isn't, from what I can tell. The battery life is fantastic on it. But yeah, my least favorite vacuum is any. Well, I thought he meant in my collection, but I guess in general, then yeah, pretty much any Shark would be my least favorite, or a Kirby. But I'd rather have a Kirby than a Shark in terms of like actual usability because it's a much better machine from a performance and a usability perspective. So if you got a Note FE with a logo on the front and you put a Note 7 back glass on it, you could fool people into thinking it's a Note 7. Well, that's very true. You could. Also, if they had a Note FE that was unbranded, that didn't say Note FE on it, whether or not it had the logo on the front, you could convince someone it's an international Note 7. Because some international Note 7s didn't have the branding on it, on the front. So if you got one, so if you had one with or without branding on the front, and you got one, well, either way, regardless of what was on the front, if you got one where the back glass just said Samsung and it didn't say Note FE, then of course you convince people into thinking it was a Note 7 because the Note 7s had versions that said Note 7 and ones that just had the Samsung branding. So, that's a possibility as well. If you really wanted to fool someone. Jeez, my watch vibrated really violently. Huh. Let's say I have a Bissell PowerForce 6579-2. Bissells were really decent for the price. Yeah, it's okay. Not as good as the regular Bissell PowerForce 6584, 6583, 6582, and 6579 series. My favorite is the 6579-2 because it has a 12-volt motor and headlight. Plus, it was made back then. I think that's everyone's favorite. I'm trying to remember which version was the 6584 the wide path model, or was that a different variant? I have a Bissell PowerForce 6579-2. It's just sitting on my workbench. I don't use it very much. The 6594 was the ride track. Yes, that's right. 6584 was actually that was the 10 amp one. 10 amp, crappy, even crappier hose. The hose that didn't have the cuff, it just went around, like it just went straight out instead of curving. I'm mostly going to be talking about phones. That's fine. I actually like that because then it's not just the same exact topic over and over again. It's not just these things. I can actually bridge the topics a little bit and not feel overwhelmed. If you had the Note 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, or 10, you always TOWs and 56 screen burn-in, 5 glasses, help protect 78 pi. Please load the P1E MAT3. What? What? Braden, which one is better? PowerForce bag model 352-5 or 352-6? They're the same thing. They're the exact same thing. My favorite PowerForce in general is the 6596 as well. I was just talking about the base bagless. Yes, that's true. Touch. Okay, still don't understand what you said. You will try and fix the 89. Oh, no, that's not a question. That's a command. You will try and fix the 8975. Okay. I'm going to sneeze, though. I have a PowerForce 3522. I thought I was going to sneeze. I guess not. Maybe. Entirely possible. I don't like Shark, Dirt Devil, and Dyson. Sharks are too fancy. Dirt Devil has super soft brush rolls, and Dyson is too expensive. They're the exact same, just different sticker. Yeah. So, Mine is a January 2003, so it's basically it's an original back power force. Yep. I feel dizzy. Ugh. SIBO is the best in my opinion. Yeah, SIBO's really nice. I do not feel very good. I don't know what the heck just happened. It's so annoying. I've been dizzy lately too. Yeah, it's not good. True that. SIBOs are great. Earlier I was lightheaded. Me too. I've had like really bad headaches just all throughout the day. Which I don't understand why. I mean, I got a great amount of sleep last night. I got like almost 3 hours. The high-end vacuum that I want is a Recaro Rainbow. They are both really expensive, especially the Rainbow, but I would love to use one. I've tried them at the vacuum store I work at. They are awesome. Yeah. One guy did a Rainbow demo for our family. It's kind of fancy. Anyways, I'm clearly getting really dizzy, so I am going to go ahead and I'm probably going to stop streaming in the next couple minutes, probably 10-15. So, any last questions or topics of conversation beforehand? I'm probably going to go work at the vac store myself when I get older if I can find one that isn't too far. Yeah. I would like to work at a vac store, but it's just, the only one that's like nearby is the owner and I don't get along very well. Get rest, everyone. Indeed. Get plenty of rest, all of you beautiful people. So, also I bought another Xbox. It's a white one. It has a 500 gigabyte hard drive on it. Caden, you're upsetting me, so I'm gonna mute you. It's like I already said 1,000 times that I will be working on that machine, and you keep mentioning it, and it's getting extremely annoying. So, I put you in a timeout. Let's see. I can vacuum the bed that's dirty, messy. Yeah. Well, have a great night. I hope you feel better. Thank you. I'm going to stay up all night. Yeah. Don't make that mistake. Kirby is saying a lot of weird questions. Yeah. He tends to do that. It's fine, though. I'm going to stay up all night. Yeah, don't do that. You have a great night. Good night. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. Greg says, I'll be doing creative writing tonight. That's awesome. Creative writing is fantastic. Kirby says, yes I am. He says, haha. Anyways, I will sign off in less than a minute. So anyway, guys, this is Intelitech Studio signing out. And I will see you guys in the next stream, in the next video, actually, because I still have 2 more demos that will be going up there over the weekend. And I'm going to try to upload a different type of review of like some other piece of tech on Monday. But if I don't do that, then you'll probably see another vacuum video. So anyway, guys, this is Intelitech Studio signing out. And I'll see you guys in the next, in the next video. Peace. Have a good one.